darkest times is when I need you the most. And, you know, having that special woman hold you down through those, through those situations. I mean, we all have our battles and stuff that we go through in life.
Kingston. Your new single that you're about to drop, that's Darkest Times. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, so tell me about that. It's funny that you use the name Darkest Times.
It just represents, me going through my, when I was, going through my darkest time, and having that woman that's gonna be there, with you during your darkest times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm basically saying, like, darkest times is when I need you the most. And, you know, having that special woman hold you down through those, through those situations. I mean, we all have our battles and stuff that we go through in life, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, having that special woman, it takes, you know what I'm saying? It takes a special woman actually to help, go to help you go through your darkest times. And that's what it reflects on. And then I got my homie, I have a special, collab on the song as well, which is G Herbo. And that's one of my good friends. He's from Chicago. He brings a whole different dynamic. So it's just, yeah, it's just a good record. It's just a good feel good record. To start the whole vibe off. And then we just gonna keep feeding them. Every 3 weeks I'm putting out new music. Every 3 weeks is gonna be something new.
How have you been coping through the pandemic?
Things been pretty cool, just basically just at the house. I mean, the pandemic for me was different because I kind of actually got to bring all my celebrity friends together and create this album called Deliverance, which is, what I'm saying, which is something that, that means a lot to me. So I felt like the pandemic was good. I mean, for me, I tell people it was good and bad because, I missed out on $1.8 million, worth of shows. But I also say to myself that, God had a bigger plan for me than just me doing shows with, with my old songs, with my old hits, that I could have new music out there. So I
Right.
guess, the Corona, I would definitely say it helped the album, because I don't think the album would have, what I'm saying, this much features on there because everybody was basically home in one spot, and in one city in LA. So it made it pretty dope.
How would you say that your sound has changed or even matured since Back to Life?
It's just, like, I'm older. I'm sorry, I could talk about more stuff. Um, I've been through some stuff, so I can relate to, like, when you're young. When I was younger, I was writing from a space of it was what I was going through, but it was an innocent vibe of it, because I never really, like I said, I was younger, and but now I really could paint my story as just being older and just being around the world 5 times, and been in different relationships and different things, like, just, seeing a lot of different stuff and being open to different stuff. So I think the melodies are different, the pockets are different, the concepts, stuff like that is just, it's all driven different.
Did you have any fears with that, not being able to release music freely as you would like to, and how it would affect your relationship with your fans?
Yeah. Facts. Because it's been so long, and it's just like, but like I said, Bill just told you, if somebody can scream that much times on Spotify alone, you know what I'm saying? With no, it just shows that people still, people still want to, they still have that it factor. Like, they still, like, I wonder, like, what's going on with Sean? Like, I want to hear what's new with him. So with that being said, it's just like, with a great team, a great manager, a great label, a great PR like Bill, which is somebody, Bill is one of the best out there. And I'm excited, I was excited to start working with Bill. When you have a PR like that and you have a whole team like that, people are just gonna come right back on. You know what I'm saying? People are just, it's gonna be like I never left. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what, so yeah, you're gonna always have those, like, damn, like, like, if I was putting out music, but it's kind of like everything happened for a reason, to build, to build my story, kind of, I feel like.
What's on your playlist in terms of, Jamaican artists at this time?
Well, I listen to everything. I listen to Skilly Bang. I listen to, you know, of course, the Legend Vibes Cartel. I listen to everything. I listen to whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like Squash, Six Guy. I see, those are some of my closest friends. Squash. I listen to everything, like Tommy Lee, that's one of my closest. That's one of my other closest friends.
Nice,
Free,
nice.
free Tommy Lee. I listen to all the stuff. You know, like I'm still in tune with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of more like mix it up. Like if I'm listening to dancehall, reggae, like culture vibes, I
Yeah.
mix it up from dancehall back to reggae, dancehall back to reggae, and then sometime hip hop. Just mix it up. But I listen to all everything that's going on in Jamaica right now. I listen to.